think we're going. All right, glasses on. Good morning, everybody. Hi, everybody. Let me bring up this sheet so I can see who's on. Um, if this is your first time joining us, this is a show we like to call Breakfast with Disaster. We go live every Tuesday at 10 a.m. here on our channels. My name is Dan Bauer. I am with ServPro of the Southtown, ServPro of West Seneca Lancaster. The idea of the show is pretty simple. We see a whole lot of disastrous things over here. I like to tell you about them so that you could avoid them. And if they happen to you, you know what to do. Good morning, Lisa. Good to see ya. I had a fun weekend. I hope you guys will do me the honor of showing me your Halloween costumes. I will show you mine here. I was Eddie Munster. And you can see, here I am. Here's Nikki. She's Lily Munster. And we have Bear's ear right here in the foreground. We didn't get that many pictures of, like, us. Morning, Diane. So this is kind of all we got. But I think Nikki did an incredible job on her makeup. I would love to see your Halloween costumes in the comments. Maybe I will give away a special prize if you shoot me an image. Morning, Jennifer. But we're not here to talk about Halloween. Halloween is over, and it is somehow, incredibly, and I can hardly believe it myself, it's November. And it's the first of the month, and that means it's time for our disaster forecaster. And if you've never seen this before, I think I made a special little logo for it. Yeah. Never seen the disaster forecaster, it's pretty simple. I've got access to a whole bunch of data from ServPro. Regional data about all the sorts of jobs that we do, projects we do, help that we provide to people in the area. And I like to look at that data to get a sense of what's going to happen next. Morning, Devin. How's it going? Good to see you. This data is usually a pretty good indication of what we're in for. And November, it turns out, is sort of a weird and busy month. We do see a spike in fire, specifically fires that are significant enough to involve the fire department and have a lot of water cleanup too. We see a spike in just regular flooding, especially as it's going to start to get colder. But the most marked trend that I could see was actually in something that we call biohazards. Those go up by almost 11 times in November, which I thought was pretty crazy. Biohazards are, we kind of use it as a catch-all here. Mostly that's going to be something that poses a significant risk to your health if you don't take very strict protective measures. Often that involves bloodborne pathogens or infectious disease. These are sort of the grossest of the gross, or the most dangerous that we deal with. It gets called a biohazard. And I'm going to come to you with a question that I think is a funny question. Morning, Kathy. As we get into this conversation about biohazards, what's worse than finding a worm in your apple? It's a classic joke, right? And we all know the answer. It's finding half a worm in your apple. But since it's November, I'll ask you this one. What's worse than a turkey on your Thanksgiving table? That, unfortunately, is going to be a turkey through your windshield. This is one of the first jobs I heard about at ServPro that we ever completed because it was such a weird one. So I want you to imagine this with me. You're back in 2019. Did I say morning, Kathy? Good morning, Kathy. I'm always happy to see you. Imagine you're back in 2019, Kathy, with me. And you're driving down the street. You're having a great time. It's pretty nice out. You got the windows down. You're feeling pretty good. Since it's 2019, I'm going to say you're listening probably to Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. You're feeling like, this is wonderful. I'm having a great time. And all of a sudden, boom. Somebody slams into your windshield and it totally shatters the thing. You luckily have enough wherewithal to kind of creep over to the side of the road. You can't see a thing. There's glass everywhere. But you take a breath. You kind of check yourself. Okay, I'm good. I'm not cut up. The car is still running. What the heck just happened? And you look around. You look to your left. The window's okay. You look to your right. And all you see is a pile of feathers. That's right. And this is sort of post-cleanup a little bit. But in this case, somehow, middle of the day, just going down the street, you have managed to run into, in the middle of the road, a turkey flying across. And it slams into your windshield, catapults itself into your car, and causes major damage to everything. And you got to call ServPro to help you out. Here's the thing about a job like this. They're a lot more complicated than you might think because, like I said, technically this is a biohazard. It involves bodily fluid, it involves organic material, it involves blood. Avian blood in particular, bird blood, carries all sorts of nasty bacteria, a lot of infectious disease potentially. It's not as simple as going in there with like a spray bottle of Windex and wiping everything up. These bloodborne pathogens are incredibly persistent as well. So if they're not cleaned up correctly, if you're not careful with how you handle them, they can persist for months, more or less invisibly. And this is, I think, the mistake, if you've ever watched like a TV show and they are cleaning like something like that up and they have a couple of paper towels, that's not going to do it. This is really dangerous, serious stuff. Past that, cars, they're full of all sorts of porous material, carpet, upholstery, etc. This was a pretty nasty one. And I'm not going to show you the most gruesome pictures, but you can see there was material everywhere. Bird feathers coming out of the AC vents even. So what we did, and I'll read you the exact description that one of my managers wrote, since I don't want to show you all of the photos here, because they are a little sick. Broken glass and feathers and bird guts everywhere. Full respirators needed, carpets and upholstery, a total loss. In this case, we actually teamed up with a collision shop. We removed all that glass, all that debris, all the feathers and the guts and whatnot. We got the car more or less to a normal position where they could go in and replace the upholstery, replace that broken glass. This was definitely not your average car detailing job. But we got to the end of it. We learned a little bit about what makes a turkey tick. And when I said November is weird, this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. We see these sorts of biohazards, which again is pretty much a catch-all for anything that's especially dangerous, rise by 11 times. I'm not really sure why. I guess more turkeys in the air, more turkeys in the atmosphere, who knows. So I want you guys to be careful out there, and if something like this happens to you, God forbid it happens to anyone ever again, feel free to give us a call. Hi Noel, good to see you. You just missed some very gruesome turkey photos. We're going to get right to the fun part. We are going to do our prize drawing. Let me just bring that up for you guys. Oops, wrong one. There it is. Alright, so we are nearing our 100 member mark. Really, I am the holdup here. I owe some people some mugs. I need to buy some new mugs. So this is about to blow up big time once I get that resupply. So, cross your fingers. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh, okay, 297. That is Mike Bloom from the health department. One of our newest members is also a winner. So, Mike, I don't know if you're here or if this is your first time on here, but if you comment, let me know you're watching, you will win a double prize. If not, no biggie. So, Mike, if you are watching, shoot me a comment within the next 15 seconds or so that I know that you're here. Otherwise, I'm going to cut this one short, I think, today. I want you guys to be careful out there. Like I said, November is sort of a weird month and a very disastrous month for all sorts of reasons. So, be careful driving. Watch where you're going. Should be okay. Should avoid any flying birds in the middle of the road. And I wish you the best. I will see you guys next week. Same time, same place, 10 a.m. for Breakfast with Disaster. And if you know anybody who you think might enjoy this, might want to be part of the Mug Club, just shoot me a comment, shoot me an email, and I'd be more than happy to sign them up. For now, I am signing off. My name's Dan Bauer with ServPro of the Southtown, and it's been a pleasure to be here with you guys today. Thanks.